Hey, Jake, be honest. The real reason you switched out the jerseys is because your cat can't see red.
No, I got a real reason for it. Hold on, we'll get to it on the air.
I didn't expect him to give the real reason. I just wanted to say that.
No, we'll get to it.
Why does every post Andrew puts up say share? Like, if you repeat it to me, I'm gonna do it. But if you don't, I will just ignore you.
Come on!
He's just telling me.
Because he has the lesser known type of a stutter that happens when you're typing.
I did that yesterday. I tried to say prepping and preparing, and it was like spelled really wrong. Like, I don't even know how I spelled it, but it was like I typed slurred.
I start typing so fast that I leave entire words out thinking that I've already typed them.
Come on!
I hate when I'm typing and my right hand goes faster than my left hand, so it's like the first two letters of the sentence are always capitalized. I do that a lot too.
Wait, isn't the first letter of the sentence always supposed to be capitalized?
Did you not hear what I said?
Apparently
I said
not.
First two letters. Letters. I got all real close to the screen. Right up
That'll
in
make
your
you-
face.
Well, that is where your mic is, so that helps you get heard.
Yeah, like my voice isn't loud enough.
Come on!
Oops.
It's a really intimate group of people.
Is Holly not coming on tonight? No? Oh, that's what that whole conversation was about when I was called the drag queen. All right. Got it.
Your sugar bounced out. Then Holly bounced out. Andrew was really worried you were going to bounce out, and then we weren't going to have any women.
No. No, I think you four could carry it.
Jake, you'd be the woman.
Don't you worry, baby. I'm going to be a woman tonight. I'm going to be a whiny bitch. Don't you worry.
Seriously, Andrew, why do you wait until mid-intro to get dressed?
It's a signature, baby.
Put his side boob bra on. Back boob, side boob bra.
I do enjoy a good side boob.
Andrew's our Harry. Harry side boobs. You know what's funny is I don't think he goes back and watches this later, so he has no idea the things we say about him before this starts. Like, no clue. Like, I feel like it's an inside joke with us and the listeners that are listening right now, and they hear this. Andrew has no idea.
And I've dropped so many not-so-subtle hints.
All right. I'm ready.
Wait, how do you call it getting dressed? He just puts a jacket on. Like Mr. Rogers or something.
Yeah, but he does it off camera, which makes it seem dirtier.
That's because when he puts his arms up, his fat drops out the bottom of his shirt, so he's gotta get off screen. Just saying.
Come on!
Uh-oh, I think he heard that.
Eddie, do you see that?
See what?
Exactly my point.
You've known him the longest. Is that as much of a beard that he can grow? Or does he trim it down to be that sparse?
Me or Denny?
Everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. This portion of the show brought to you in part by RCI Interior Design, specializing in residential, small commercial, and senior living interior designs. Portion of the show also brought to you in part by Memorable Lights. bringing your memories to light with 3D print lithophanes, photos seen through light. We're not any better than anyone else. The only thing that makes us different is we strive for customer service, and our one-on-one service offer many forms of delivering your memories and lights, night lights, cube lights, coming soon, lamp shades, MemorableLights.us, and by Lawn Greetings of Toledo. Say it in the yard. Matter of fact, we just ordered a lawn greeting for Josie's second birthday, which is coming up in a week. We're having a little birthday party.
So what's the deal? Do you set those on fire?
No.
Just avoid teas?
No, he just sets his lawn on fire so it doesn't have to get mowed.
What's up, Gina?
They're not doing my idea for a birthday party, and I'm really disappointed by this because my idea was to line the kids up like along the street in garbage bags and have them open their mouths, and we just all drive by and throw cake at them, and they try to catch the cake in their mouth. Does that not sound like the most amazing birthday party ever?
Oh, I would buy the biggest sheet cake and just
Man,
toss it at one of them.
cakes.
That sounds like the closest to an actual drive-by of all these drive-by birthday things I've been hearing
I
about.
know. Can we start the show, or you guys want to keep talking before
Let's
the
start the show, baby.
We just started it. It happened.
Now, our
Right.
feature
Where have you
presentation.
been?
This is Ed McMahon. And now,
Oh shit, Corey!
Andrew
Sorry to the FCC.
Andrew Z. Holla at that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z.
And the black guy.
Morning. It's time to wake up. Andrew
Token!
in the morning. Yeah.
Come on!
Come on.
Wow, look at this! I'm so excited to start the show. I see a black dude. We'll tell you who he is coming up.
Oh my God, Corey W. King!
Is it wrong? Is it wrong that I reflexively touched my wallet?
Is it wrong that I reflexively touched everything else?
Yes, I touched my between my thighs as soon as I saw Corey. All right,
You can't even reach that. Stop it.
Chris Stiefel, Denny Crumb, Southside Gina, Jake Dickey, and just dropping in randomly, Corey W. King.
Andrew Z. in the morning.
Woo! What's up, Corey?
Hi, Andrew and friends.
What made
Oh, you sexy son of a bitch, you.
why don't
Wait, did you show up because of what Andrew said last night?
I was just about to ask that.
I promise you, I've never heard this show.
Well,
Oh!
that's nice. That's good to hear.
I have cable, so
So, what made you decide to just jump in today?
well, I finally figured out how to download Zoom.
Oh, you dumb mother effer.
Yeah, and I finally got about an hour off between my 33 jobs. So
What are you doing for a living now?
everything.
Oh.
I work for a bank.
Okay.
He also robs banks.
That's what he
that's
means by
more
work
like-
for.
It's
For a bank.
And I also work for Johnson and Johnson. I'm also doing like Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash.
I saw you in Scrubs.
What's that?
Didn't I see you in Scrubs?
Yeah, that's the Johnson and Johnson gig.
Okay, that's weird.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's weird. You would have thought it would be. Never mind.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's like, insert random racist thing here.
Wow, man, it's good to see you. So, are you still living out in Wasion?
Yes, I am. I have a house out here in Wasion. I'm actually
Wow.
looking to get a slightly bigger one on more land because I'm
Whoa.
like ready to sell.
But there's nothing in Wasion, dude. What are you doing?
We got corn cows and a black guy.
Don't you remember?
Black guy.
You know, we interviewed on one of the first shows. We interviewed the mayor of Wasion because she put up
The Christmas lights
put up-
during.
during
COVID.
this whole thing. She put up Christmas lights, to bring back Christmas memories during this whole thing, and she was aware of you. She's like, "Is that the black dude that moved into town?" I'm like, "Yes, that's him."
Yes,
It was the one and only.
I mean, I appreciate her trying to make people's deaths more festive.
Right.
Yeah, Wasion's got it going on, man. They,
my
they got-
my buddy runs one of the biggest crematoriums in Wasion.
Nuh-uh.
One
Yeah.
of the big. There's more than one.
No, it's pretty much the biggest one. He's burned almost all of the bodies that died of COVID-19, and it's in Wasion. It's the Greiser
Oh,
crematorium.
so biggest in the area, not in Wasion.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
thinking.
both are true. Both can be true, Gina.
Yeah, both can be true.
Yeah.
But when you say biggest, then I assume there's more than one to compare it to, right?
Yeah, Wauseon
Well,
is the
I mean, I've said-
crematoria
I've said-
capital of Ohio.
And I've said biggest a lot of times, and I didn't mean multiple people.
Wow. Well, good. I'm glad you're here, Corey. Hang out. You're gonna hang out for the whole show.
It depends on how entertaining you guys can be.
Oh,
Oh, Corey,
Just leave
stay
now.
tuned, baby. Stay
Just leave.
tuned.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I am comedian of the year, Corey W. King.
I know.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
By the way,
6.
bullshit.
Oh,
I wasn't even nominated. Neither was Denny. Neither was Chris.
Wait. Let me ask you, Dickie.
Are you
We understand. We understand why Chris wasn't.
Dickie, Dickie, you've been drinking already, haven't you?
He
I have
started
not.
drinking before the show.
Oh,
I have not. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm snitching.
Yeah, we've heard that one before. Jake.
Go on.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Anyone got anything before I roll on? You got anything interesting? I know
I'm a little angry.
Tifo, what's the matter?
So I ordered Red Lobster for dinner tonight,
Uh-huh.
and I paid $50 for my meal.
Uh-huh.
I got the shrimp linguine with some extra sauce, and then I got their artichoke.
Hold on, $50 for one dude? You ordered $50 of
That
food?
includes tax, delivery, and tip.
And he has to
And
put it out to
and
himself
4
later.
forks because they thought there were 4 people eating.
So much
They did.
food.
I love the faith that the restaurants show me when I'm sitting there and I get 2 spoons with my dessert. I'm like, you've been here the whole time, right? You
Yeah.
understand what's going on here.
Chris, I have a question. Where did you get $50?
Because see,
Oh, dude, he's been working the whole time.
unlike these other losers, I have actually been employed this entire time.
Full time. Full time.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, I've
so
made more money on unemployment than Chris has.
I don't know what happened to you. Danny.
You want to compare
Turn you up.
digits?
Hold on.
I mean, you'll win, but at least I'll have some satisfaction.
I got it. Wait, I can solve this. Send me the money to my Venmo, and I'll tell you who has the most.
All right, Danny, turn your mic up. Jake, go ahead.
So Denny has definitely made more money because I've paid him more money in titty pics
All right.
than Chris has made on an actual level.
Okay. All right. So Tifel, so $50, and what did you order?
I got the shrimp linguine, and then I was like, I want to get something else. So I went into the appetizer section, and I have a message for mid-range popular chain restaurants. If your appetizers are almost as much as an entree, they're no longer an appetizer. Okay, they are a full-on entree.
You know what, Chris? I have to tell you that appetizers have become kind of a scam. They are now as much as a meal. And the appetizers are now in the $8.99 to $10.99 range. Used to be appetizer was $4 or $5. Now appetizers are in the entree range around $10, and yet the portion is a fraction of what an entree would be.
And that's what's pissing me off. I paid it's like $10.20 for it was the artichoke lobster dip thing, when it comes with some chips and it's a dip.
Yeah.
And the portion size they show in the picture on DoorDash is like this big. Like it's like multiple people can use this dip.
Uh-huh.
And it's a decent size. And I was like, oh, it's 10 something. I'm treating myself, so I'll get it. And I get it. And the portion that I got was like this big. Like one person's. What?
Go ahead.
Welcome to woman.
What,
The size
welcome to what, Corey?
significantly different from the size that shows up at your door.
He said, "Welcome to being a woman."
Oh,
Oh. So no.
Corey, did you forget to pay your internet bill? What's going on here?
He's in Wauseon.
yeah. I mean, they don't have you're stuck
He's
with
got the highest grade internet Wauseon can give it.
Yeah, 56K dial-up.
You're kind of stuck. Yeah.
So
No wonder-
we'll talk to him next week.
when Corey connected, it went. I'm like, oh man.
That's the best impression you've ever done, Andrew. Good job.
Okay. So it's funny you say that, Tifel, because not only have prices at restaurants gone up, appetizers have become a ripoff now. But I just read an article today from CNN Business saying that grocery prices are soaring, and here's what's getting the most expensive. They're saying that the prices for groceries grew 2.6%, including seasonal adjustments in April. That was the biggest increase for 1 month to the next since 1974. Of course, the disrupted food chain is big part of this. Restaurants are shutting down. People are starting to eat at home, so demand for groceries has shot up. But food producers and farmers didn't have the ability to quickly shift their food deliveries to grocery store supply chains and super complex beasts. So the things that they're saying are super expensive are breakfast foods. So if you're thinking about an omelet, breakfast foods, cereal rose 1.5%, milk, bread, juice has all gone up. What else? Donuts have gone up. Coffee has gone up. A lunch soup has gone up. Carbonated beverages are up 4.5%. Go ahead, Denny.
Did you want to make sure we kept Corey here the whole time? So you're like, I know how to keep him entertained. Let's talk about food.
Exactly. Go ahead, Gina.
So my grocery bill's up not because I'm fat, but because prices actually went up. I thought I was just fat.
Yeah,
I mean, I am fat, but I thought that was
Say little A, little B.
I was just curious.
A little from this pile, a little from that pile. Kind of
I'm spending I'm super frugal, and I'm spending like $700 a month on our family of 4.
That's not frugal.
Jake, go ahead.
Oh, I'm
It's pretty
super
frugal for 4.
So I was just gonna say, I haven't noticed any of that because it's just me in my house. And so now I started buying other things because I have an air fryer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm spending more now, but I'm cooking more.
Yeah. Let's see. Cookies are up. What else? So I mean, just everything is up, and plus, chicken has shot up 5.8%. Fish has shot up 4.2%. Hot dogs have gone up 5.7%.
Who do I talk to about this injustice?
What's that, Gina?
That's because that's all the meat combined.
Go ahead, Denny.
Anus is expensive.
and you also got to think with things like hot dogs.
Where's sugar on that one? All meat is combined is great.
Hot dogs, mac and cheese, and stuff like that. It's got to be kids being out of school, so that's a lot of stuff that kids eat at lunch and stuff.
Can you imagine how much they have to pay the anus guy?
Baby,
did you say the anus guy?
Somebody's got to rip it out of the animal and put it in the hot dog.
Oh,
dear Lord.
How horrible would it be for that to be your job description? Like, what do you do for a living? Man, I'm an anus guy.
I'm an anus guy.
Yeah.
Do you salt it? No, I just go on it raw.
It's like that Seinfeld episode where you got the license plate Ass Man.
Okay, so let's see what else has gone up real quick. Butter's down though, and salads fell by 3. Prepared salads fell by 3.6%. No one trying to eat healthy.
No,
dude, no.
A lot of places stopped serving them.
Baby food.
I only buy prepared salads at the store.
Yeah,
I never bought a salad.
Costco put their snack bar menu down to just a hot dog and the drink. You can't get a chicken bake, you can't get pizza, or you can get pizza. Excuse me, the hot dog and pizza, but you can't get their chicken Caesar salad anymore either. That was banging.
Oh man, it sucks. So anyway,
Yes, I said banging.
Everything's way up price-wise as far as food. And talk about eating at home. You don't realize when you eat 3 meals at home, especially if you have multiple people in the family, how it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much food you have to prepare for and then prepare. And then someone posts on Facebook, they're like, my dishwasher has just said I give up. Because it's just doing so many more dishes than usual. Jake, go ahead.
Dude, so I'm just a lonely dude who, when I go to work, if I get off, I go to a restaurant, I get food. I'm just paying for myself. So it's been insane to see that when I don't go to a restaurant, how much money I save not being out at a restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. Tifa, go ahead.
See, what you got to do is you got to decide who's going to eat at what meal. That saves you dishes. That saves you cost on overall food on there. And really, does every kid need to eat every meal?
No,
You know what? I think I'm going to start doing this. I think I'm going to make one plate and let the kids fight over it, like real life Hunger Games.
Teenage Thunderdome.
I'm going to go live and broadcast it.
But then you have to release the murder hornets, because that's the game of Tracker Jacker at that point.
Good call. Good call. If you have never seen Hunger Games, you don't know what a tracker jacker is.
No, I don't. All right.
You want to see Hunger Games, Andrew?
No, I know. Colleen is on me.
Hunger Games, but I don't know every line in a Tracker Jacker and Cracker Box or whatever.
It's literally a major plot point.
Corey, we're not talking about being poor. We're talking about the movie Hunger Games. Like, we know you've seen Hunger Games in your life. We know that.
He knows I ain't ever been hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fat men find a way to get their food.
Yeah, we definitely do. All right, so I know
We're the people hoarding it on the life raft.
we've been we've been following this tragic story all through COVID of Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari divorcing. I don't know why we've been following it. I don't know if it's the only celebrity
Tragic.
story, but
Andrew, you have been following. Singular, you. You are the only one.
There's a ton of people on Facebook who've been following this thing. Go ahead, Danny.
And I'll say like I saw the thing where it said she tried to buy a house and he froze the assets and told her to get a job. And that is just so savage. Like you
get a
gotta,
job.
yeah, like and Jay Cutler was the laziest quarterback in the NFL for him to tell anyone to be.
Well, and that's some of the other. So a couple of the rumors that we've missed. Like we've been so busy, we haven't got to all of it. It was the one where they froze the assets. He froze letting her get a house because they were breaking up, so they need to get a house. But he wouldn't let her get one. Number one. Number two, the other big one was that they were saying that he's lazy, that was driving her crazy because he was so damn lazy. He was, and Denny, you bring up that he was lazy as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. So that's number two. The other development that we missed was apparently he wished her Happy Mother's Day on Sunday on his Instagram account, but the fans are saying that that it was her wish. She's got access to his account, I guess, because she's always used to post stuff on his account. So now the fans are conspiracing that she basically wished Happy Mother's Day to herself.
Who are these people?
When did conspiracy become a word?
Right. That's where I went with it.
When Trump got elected,
Jay Cutler was a NFL quarterback. He was last with the Bears, I think, but what's
Dolphins,
that?
actually.
Football.
Okay.
And then Kristen Cavallari was on OC. Then she was on The Hills, and now it's a Very Cavallari or whatever the hell the name of the show was. It followed their marriage.
So it's just two unemployed people getting divorced.
Getting a divorce, yes. All right. So here's the latest news. Go ahead, Denny. I'll let you go first.
How does she have access to his Twitter account but not access to her bank account?
Yeah, I know. She can't buy a house
or Instagram,
but she can.
Because you could freeze one, but you can't freeze the other.
Yeah, you can. You can just change your password. Like, or maybe he was too lazy to do that. Who knows?
Exactly. Gina, go ahead.
I have a side story about somebody doing that, but I have I know somebody who used to have access to her child's page, and she would get on and like, I have the post on her child's page, like, I have the best mom in the world, and she'd go on as her and be like, oh, thank you, baby, I love you so much too, and have like full on conversations with herself as her daughter and her.
How do you know? How did you find out?
Because I know them.
But how did you find out?
Because I know, I know the little girl, the daughter,
and she said
she didn't post them.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
How desperate do you have to be?
I know, for love. Oh, you're the best mom ever. I love you so much. Oh, thanks, honey.
The only thing creepier than that is when women post as their baby's still in the womb.
Yes, Colleen, I see your face. You are right. You already know.
Go ahead, Colleen.
That's not what I was going to ask. I was actually going to say that my dad and his thing that he married used to do that to my
Did you
Facebook.
say his thing and he married?
The thing that he married.
Yes, she did.
Good Lord.
I know.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving should be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not invited.
So what's it, like a mannequin or?
No, it's a person.
I just don't like her.
She's being ridiculous. All right. So anyway, here's the latest from Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari from Cosmo Magazine. Family and
Oh
friends.
yeah, because they're in the know. That's hard hitting news.
Sources are saying that Cutler was rude, distant, and a jerk during their marriage. Now, sources are saying that he was rude to her family, her friends, her fans the whole time. The couple recently, of course, announced their divorce after 10 years together, and it's been kind of messy. Kristen cited marital misconduct as the reason for her and Jay split, but sources are out there telling the Daily Mail, and the real reason they're getting divorced had to do with checks notes, Jay being rude. Kristen never had an issue with Jay being lazy. That wasn't the problem at all. Those stories are BS. Kristen's issue was how he behaved with her family, friends, and everything. The problem was that that's what caused their marriage to shut down. He'd be really rude and dismissive of anyone who would approach them. And another source says Jay was particularly rude to fans who wanted to say hi to them in public. He'd quickly shoo them away or roll his eyes at their fans or a photographer. While Kristen knows how important her fans are, Jay simply had no time or tolerance for them, and this would embarrass her. It was how he acted throughout their entire marriage, and that's what caused it to end. Once a jerk, always a jerk, the source said, saying as the years went on, Cutler stopped having any time for Kristen. He pushed her away, made her feel isolated. Even when they were in the same house, she felt alone with her children. He'd always be in a bad mood and closed off. This was
That
ice.
seems pretty on brand for Cutler.
Yeah, I know. There was ice running through his veins, and he couldn't have been any colder or more distant to her.
Maybe slightly exaggerated, but I mean,
Well, it's one of her friends that are saying that. Of course. Tiefel, go ahead.
See, I got to call her out on the whole fans thing. Which one of them has more fans?
probably
Okay,
him.
honestly, I'd never heard of her, and I watched the OC. I have no idea which one she was in that show.
Oh my God, she was the main one. Of the
Then you
main
had to
ones.
watch The League.
I watched the league. I loved that episode they're in there. I remember because somebody was like they were the ones in the league, and now
She
I
was the
remember
hot
episode.
one.
Well, I mean that's debatable.
Anyway, I don't know.
But no, it's who had more fans, her or him.
Well, obviously,
And after a certain point, people coming up to you in public, disturbing your time with your family just to get an autograph or a picture or something's got to get pretty freaking annoying.
No, it's not too bad. I get used to it. Go ahead, Denny.
People are just approaching you to serve subpoenas. All right, it's not the same thing.
Go ahead, Denny.
But I mean, people, you aren't going to hear anything about that. Like for even more famous quarterbacks, like no one's ever had a bad word to say about Russell Wilson. Like everyone, he's just like a fantastic guy. Like
Are you
never gonna-
sure he
No,
might not
you're-
have made that completion in the Super Bowl? I'm just saying.
Oh God,
That was just a bad call.
Jake is getting worse and worse as we go.
Oh,
on.
God damn it.
Here he goes.
We're only 20 minutes in, and Jake's like 4 beers in, you guys. This is going to be fantastic.
It took you like 2 minutes to say minutes, so I wouldn't say anything there.
He's got video now, so when he goes to the bathroom, it's going to be a real fun show.
Jake,
All right.
Jake, it's cool. It's cool. I'm on like 5 and 6, so it's cool. Don't worry.
Well, just
By the end of the
Listen,
show, Jake's
listen.
going to be pissing, and Colleen's going to be super ghetto. That's what's about to
Listen,
go down.
all right.
the problem is
I released my time to the committee.
No, stop. The problem is with Jake is that he just like when he talks when you were talking, I'm like, is he on a delay? Like I'm thinking we're having a bad internet connection.
That's what I thought too. I was like,
That's why I was worried about it.
All right, well,
that's why I almost
I'm gonna
didn't
have
say
Jake,
it.
don't
I'm gonna have to
leave.
catch
I
up
see
then.
your face. Don't leave.
Leave Jake alone, you big bullies.
All right, I'm sorry, Jake.
Just
Oh, we
because
love
you
Jake.
two lamos don't drink.
We love Jake.
Ain't nothing wrong with not drinking.
What?
Lamos.
There's a lot of us on here that don't drink. Andrew, me, Denny, and Corey. None of us drink.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, you're in the minority.
Okay,
here,
all right. So I was going to do this later in the show, but since you guys are shitting on me, we'll do it now.
Go ahead.
I'm not shitting on you, Jake. I love you.
right, go.
I know, but I have 2 days left on the show.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
'cause- Well, today I didn't make the announcement. Let me make the announcement to the audience. I want to thank you guys so much for
Go on.
your. I want to thank you so much for your loyalty, and you've been with us for now. This is show number like 44 that we've done in this 2 months of quarantine. And beginning this week, we're going to start taking Fridays off. So we're going to do Monday through Thursday, and over the next couple weeks, as life gets back to normal, we're going to cut back the shows a little bit because I mean we all have to go back to like life and making money and all that stuff. So go down to probably like 2 or 3 shows a week or something instead of doing
Save
the
us from
5.
that hell and start sending us money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah, we should do pay-per-view or whatever. But anyway, so Jake has to start going back to work on Friday or
I
Sunday.
found out today.
Uh-huh.
So the next 2 days is my last week and a half. So today is my Friday. Yes, I'm getting a little shit-faced. Let's do it.
Jake, if it
Cheers,
makes you
Vicky.
feel any better, one of my favorite episodes is the one of you pissing and flushing the toilet. That's my
You
favorite.
know, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad that I made that one of your favorite episodes. And yes, I would like to think that I have a big following,
You do.
and I would like to thank everyone who stuck around with me for the last 43 episodes.
Yeah, something like that.
Say hi to Mama Judy.
I was going to say, Mama Judy, we still expect you to listen, though.
Absolutely.
Right.
She is. By the way, I've already had this conversation with her
Oh.
earlier today. I said, hey, I have to go back to work on Sunday. So today is the last day that, other than tomorrow is the actual official last day.
Today is the last day, other than tomorrow.
Today's the first last day. Tomorrow's the last day.
Yeah.
Last day Eve.
This is Christmas Eve, bitches.
Yeah. We're gonna be gone until that very special
I miss Jake
episode
so
where we get to
much.
tell you we told you
So-
so. Number spike.
Oh, go ahead.
So I've
Jake, finish.
done my my will and testament. Here we go.
Whatever. Did you fall asleep?
No, I didn't fall
Oh,
asleep.
all right. You didn't move for a
Oh,
second.
Mama Judy says she'll always be sandbagging.
Yeah, she'll always do the same thing. And I told her, I was like, always watch the show. This isn't my last show of all time.
Right.
This is my last show as of tomorrow
Of this stretch.
of this stretch.
Until we figure out what's going on.
Yeah, until we figure out what's going on.
Till Andrew
But-
decides he hasn't had enough tension lately. He needs to do another show.
All right, go ahead, Jake. Your last will and testimony.
I want to leave Chris Tiefel the hope that I have inside.
So he gets nothing.
That's
Yeah,
like-
he is nothing.
Where am I supposed to sell that?
I don't know.
Does that have a monetary value?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I hope you find somewhere inside you the discontent that I have in my soul.
Wow. So rude.
I feel like I got gypped.
Well,
Yeah, pretty
If
much.
somebody gets the jerseys, I'm coming over there.
You don't know what everyone else gets. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh, wait. Andrew, I leave you my sense of humor.
About
He needs
damn
it 'cause-
time.
Because you're going to need it to run this goddamn show.
Without you around, I know. Okay, I'll take it.
Chris, I apologize. I also leave you my good looks.
Good luck.
He
Two
needs
nothings.
those.
That's 2 nothings I got.
It's definitely an
Gina?
upgrade.
Gina, I leave you my sense of understanding. Because Jesus Christ, would you just leave some people alone? I know you're pissed off all the time, but good God, will you just back off for a while?
Wow.
Oh,
All right.
no.
Who else, Jake?
Holly, I leave you my love, and you're perfect.
Oh.
Aw.
Aww.
Worst
She's
last
beautiful.
will and testament ever.
And she's been awesome the entire show.
Yes, I agree.
Donnie P.
Oh, God.
I leave you. We should do a show together.
I agree. I think you should as well.
Denny Crum. I leave to you on this wall this Steve Young jersey,
Oh, we about to throw hands.
Oh, yes.
and also this bag of goddamn toys that I've been given a long time ago, and it's all 49ers people.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Steve
wow.
Young.
I feel like Denny's getting a real gift right now.
Yeah.
Like, is that
I know.
real?
He
Like,
is.
you're really giving that to him? This is
Yeah,
great.
I'm giving it all to him.
Hey, we're not going to be complaining here. Okay.
Okay, listen.
From the
It's about
Jake,
time.
you're not helping yourself, saving yourself from my roasting right now.
Hey,
You are not
it's fine.
helping.
Hey, it's about time I got something from the show.
Yeah, listen to him though. He's like, oh, don't complain. From the only guy that got real gifts. Don't complain. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's about time I got something from the show. I deserve this.
The Denny's getting something that he can sell with the rest of the knickknacks that he's been selling.
Knickknacks.
He's gonna get
I've been selling high-priced sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
No, I just have
yeah.
a bunch of 49ers memorabilia. I'm like, I'm never going to use this, so I should just give it to Denny and then, by the way, you owe me half of it.
Oh, yeah, Denny's been selling.
There's the catch.
Denny's been selling helmets and stuff online. All
This
right.
is driving me to making an OnlyFans page.
Anyone else, Jake?
And then also to Corey W. King.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, what? I don't
Kidding
get
me?
nothing?
He just showed up.
I don't get
Yeah,
nothing?
I know.
Yeah.
Screw you, Dickie. I was coming to your
But he gets
defense.
my love and my soul to his life.
He gets
I love you,
Your
Corey.
soul's as black as I am. This is awesome.
No, that's my liver.
Go ahead, Denny.
As in regards to Chris's OnlyFans account, it's just where people are going to pay him to keep his clothes on.
Yeah. All right.
There's got to be a market out there for people that want to pay to watch a fat guy walk around his apartment naked.
But officially, tomorrow is my last show for the foreseeable future, and I love you all. You guys have been great. I thank you all for this. This has been one of the best times of my life in quarantine, and that's been amazing.
Aw, thank you, man.
He's going to still stick around for another 30 minutes and make this even more awkward.
yeah,
And then do a whole show tomorrow.
You should say this was till the end tomorrow, probably.
But he's drunk.
No, you really should have saved it till the end tomorrow, because now I'm going to roast you for the next 30 minutes, an hour tomorrow.
Oh, good. You know what? You can do the whole show as a roast for me tomorrow. I'd be fine with it.
This portion of the show brought to you apart by Exotic Tunes and Custom, Detroit's #1 auto detail company. Has expanded to Toledo. They come to you. Use keyword Andrew Z for special deals. Lufka, all natural skincare and household products and cleaners. Reusable household products like toothpaste, body scrubs, soaps, lotions, essential oils, and so much more. Lufka, Country Charm Shops in Perrysburg. Glick Electrical Services. Glick Electrical provides you both commercial and residential clients, ranging from installing simple light fixtures to installing generators in factories. We do it all, provide you the service you deserve. Call today, Glick Electric. And by New Power Property Services, they clean, they disinfect, they sanitize for your protection, whether it's your home, your car, home, apartment, your business, your restaurant. Check out New Power Property Services. All right, we are back for the second half of the show. We got a special guest coming up in about 10 minutes. It's going to be crazy. We got a special surprise guest in Corey W. King. Corey, you don't talk much. What's going on? What's going on in your life, man?
Oh, God. After I had a stroke, I'm actually happy now. So
What? Wait,
It
what?
broke that part of your brain that knew the difference.
no, it just broke up a relationship that didn't know the difference.
So let me ask you, Corey. For those who don't know, you really did have a stroke.
Yeah, I had a stroke.
How long ago?
What's that?
When did it happen?
On September 2nd. And I was sitting at home, and I started to feel funny, and I couldn't speak anymore. About 2 weeks prior to having the stroke, I taught my kids the signs of a stroke, and my son recognized what was happening right away. He called 911 within 60 seconds. Within 4 minutes, the first responder was at my door. Within a half an hour, I was on a helicopter ride to Toledo Hospital. They gave me a shot, reversed all the symptoms, and to date, I have 0 residual effects.
Wow.
Nice.
He got a
That's
helicopter
not
ride
true.
at a point where he couldn't enjoy it.
I know.
I know.
That's 100% false that he has no residual. I talk to him fairly regularly, and trust me when I tell you there are definitely effects.
Really? Like, what do you
Brain
mean?
cell
Really?
lossage.
Does he still think he's a white guy?
Well, he might have always been dumb. I'm not sure.
Oh, damn.
No, I said white guy. I didn't say dumb guy.
Now, Corey, what made you talk to your kid about the signs of a stroke?
He's
Have you
old
seen
and
him?
fat.
He knew it was coming.
He's old and fat. Damn.
To be fair, we should all be talking to our kids about the signs of stroke. With the way Jake and Colleen drink, and it's the size of me, you, and Tiefel. And I don't know, Denny, you're probably all right.
No, I'm gaining weight.
I'm hoping for that brain aneurysm you
I
never see
don't
coming.
drink that much.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so it was just random. It's just random that you taught him, or what?
Well, we were driving, and we saw a van, and the side of the van had the word fast on it. It was a van to advertise for a stroke. And, the kids being kids are like, oh, vans aren't fast. And I was like, actually, it stands for facial droopage, arm numbness, slurred speech, time to call 911. If you ever see anybody, make sure you call 911 right away. And when I taught him this, I never thought that I would be the one that they'd have to call it for. I thought
Did you have it immediately after you passed that van?
I was able to go home and eat first, but
And live another 2 weeks.
yeah, it was about
Go ahead, Danny.
Like I'm not the type that necessarily believes in, spiritual stuff too much, but I mean, like that kind of, I don't know, like if anything's gonna make me believe like that's
Right. That's
The
kinda
verse was
seems
not
like divine
trying to save
intervention there.
Corey W. King. That's not
No.
what's happening.
yeah, God tried to kill me. The
Go ahead.
doctors at the Toledo Hospital saved my life. Jesus ain't had nothing to do with it.
Go ahead, Tiefel.
Well, I was just gonna say, if I ever had kids, I'm pretty sure if I were in a similar situation, it'd be more like a Game of Thrones type thing where he just watches me have the stroke.
Yeah. Ironically, so my son called 911 right away. I always joke with my daughter and I say, as I was laying on the floor, she walked over my dying corpse to get to the refrigerator.
Oh, my girl.
I mean, if you need a ham sandwich, you need a ham sandwich.
That's right. If you're hungry, go ahead, Colleen.
I promise you, the only one that would even step up in this house would be Maisie. The other ones would just walk right over us.
Well, they know they're going to get stuck at the hospital for hours and they want to grab snackage.
Yeah, the stuff's expensive over there.
Nobody's going to walk over Andrew, okay?
How dare you.
Walk around him.
Like mountain climbing.
Okay, they're gonna get a ladder. They're gonna go over them. It'll be fine.
Tiefel, you can't talk about it because you're pretty close there, bud.
You guys, Sugar just tuned in to watch, but can't be here, so I'm calling her out now.
that bitch. Oh,
That bitch.
That bitch.
Oh.
Hey, listen, she had to get her sugar licked.
All right, real quick, Gina, do you want to
I'm trying to figure out which
You want-
position that is, and I don't like it.
you want to give us an update? Who's watching? Say hi to people, or do you want to?
Yeah, we definitely have to say hi to Mama Judy.
Hi, Mama. I love you.
That's Jake's mom, Corey. I
Your
think you
son's a
already know
tool
that,
bag.
but Also,
Yes, he is.
long-time
I love him.
listeners Cheryl and Larissa are very
Oh, I love
excited to
them.
see you, Corey. So say hi to them.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Marissa. Or as
Larissa with an L.
L. L.
Larissa, he's illiterate, honey. It's not your fault.
Larissa. Larissa's a huge.
I understand Gina with all the. Well, I can't even call you fat anymore. You lost so much weight. I hate this.
Oh no, I'm still fat. I got a whole person to go.
Jesus Christ, Corey.
What?
Jake really just defended me after telling me I was mean.
Yeah, Gina's been roasting Corey the whole show. Corey says one joke. Oh my God, Corey, what is that?
That's how drunk he is.
Oh, fuck you.
I love you, Jake.
It's excess skin.
Jake is my hero.
You're welcome, Gina. I love you.
See?
All right,
See, I went to your defense, but you didn't leave me nothing, so now I'm going to roast you.
go ahead. What else? Anything else? Gina?
Anybody else listening? We only got 4 people.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
That was me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good. I thought you were talking to Corey. I was waiting for him to finish.
Oh no, Corey's.
And
So-
then
so
Mama
is all
Z,
those
of
ladies.
course. Of course, Mama Z. So we got our moms watching.
Why is she on Facebook
Oh,
listening?
and,
Just tell her to go in the
Anthony-
dining room.
I know,
Anthony
right? I
Richard
tried.
said best. Anthony Richard said best show during this quarantine. Thank you, Anthony.
Anthony's great, man. He's a podcaster. He's got his own show, and he's out of Philly, and he's got some brand new equipment too.
Oh, I
so-
just liked his page too, so that
good.
I want to check it out. Anthony, if you want to, you can post a link to your podcast in the comments so that
Wait,
listeners can check you
Anthony
out. too.
Richard is out of Philly.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Because I liked him yesterday. I didn't know where his podcast was out of. So I was listening. I just had no clue on where it was.
Yeah. He's in Philly, so that's good. I'm glad everyone's supporting him. He's
So-
a good guy.
Yeah.
I got something to post to the group here.
All right, real quick. Well, actually, let's do this interview. I want to do this interview, and then we'll come
Oh,
back.
I didn't
to-
realize that was now.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's here right now. So I got to tell you guys this crazy story, okay? So I post on Facebook anytime I'll see interesting stories that I think, our audience would be interested in. So I'll just post them. Some of them are local, some are national, whatever. So I post this story on this woman who stabbed her grandmother. And I think I posted over the weekend. And the story is a South Toledo woman is accused of stabbing her grandmother in the arm over the weekend, according to the filings in the municipal court. Tiffany S. Butler, 29, is charged with felonious assault, a second-degree felony for Saturday's incident, which was reported at the Brarewood Lane residence. Miss Butler allegedly stabbed her grandmother multiple times in the left arm and shoulder. The wounds required several stitches, according to court records. Toledo Police detective logs identify the victim as Marsha Jackson. Her condition was unknown. The reason for the altercation was unknown, but Miss Butler was arrested on Saturday, and she's expected to appear before a municipal court judge after that. So I'm not sure what happened, but I think our guest knows. So then I post that story, right? So then Kelly Farmer, one of our listeners, she starts posting stuff on this. The same woman that stabbed her grandmother has been like harassing Kelly horribly. And so Kelly's on with us right now. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for taking time to tell the story. So you see me post about this woman, and what goes through your mind?
that she's back in the news.
What are your dealings with her?
Well, she happened onto my property one day, tried to coax me outside, but I could tell she was hiding something behind her back.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to her through an open window. And she kept asking me the most ridiculous questions, like if I ever have bonfires in the backyard, if I know a man named Charles. Kept telling her no. Then she kept wanting me to come outside, asking me who lives in this house, who lives in that house. And I kept telling her I'm not going to come outside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after about 10, 15 minutes of talking to her through the window, she pulled the hammer out from behind her back.
Wow.
And I thought she was going to leave. She started to exit the property and she turned around and came back and headed to my backyard. Well, I ran to the back door to make sure that was locked. And she was peering over the gated property. And I opened the door and yelled at her, "Don't come on my property." Well, she proceeded to do so and marched around my property searching for, I guess, the man named Charles. And then she proceeded to take a hammer to my garage door for a good 20 minutes before police got here. Wow. They arrested her, only held her for a few hours, and she was right back.
Right back at your house?
Well, right back walking past my house.
So Kelly, you don't know this Charles, right? You told her you don't know who Charles is.
No, never heard of him.
Did she seem like she was either normal or on drugs or just crazy, or what are you?
Crazy.
Just crazy?
Crazy eyes, not all there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so
you'd have to be crazy to go from assault on a garage door to stabbing. That's not a normal progression of crime.
No,
and that's not her first assault. She's assaulted her mother before in the past.
So Kelly, how do you think she came upon your house? Was it random?
I have no idea. It must be random. I found out later that she lives 2 streets behind me.
Jeez.
Yeah, but never seen her.
Okay, so but after this happened, so she the police take her away. She gets bailed out a couple hours later, and she's back, like walking past your house and stalking you. And you have pictures, and like still to this day, she still comes to your house, right?
Yes, she's been back a few times. Knocked on the door again. My husband talked to her through the window and called her by name, told her, "Tiffany, go home." And she actually did go home that day. Well, we went and got a restraining order, and it's a temporary restraining order since the courts are closed down now. But on the day that was supposed to expire, she came back and threw herself into my front door.
Jesus.
Yeah, hurled her body into the front door. The police couldn't arrest her on that day because of the COVID issue. They didn't want to take her to jail. It was frowned upon.
Right. Yeah, unless it's violent.
After that, she still sits across the street, watches the house.
Like Kelly has pictures of this woman just sitting out in front of her house, basically stalking her property. It's absolutely, this is the craziest story. Go ahead, Gina, go ahead.
How long have you lived in your house?
About 20 years.
So that's not like she's thinking somebody else lives there, or
Right,
nobody.
there's a Charles before that. You just moved in, and it was a Charles house before that. No, you've been there 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years, and then my grandmother lived in the house before me.
Okay.
Jeez. Tifel, go ahead.
I was just say, have you had to step up security? Anything? Have you put up cameras or anything to try to?
We have a security system, but no cameras. But we have plenty of friends that are always patrolling the neighborhood, going by my house, giving me a heads up when they see her in the area.
She hasn't given any hint why she's all of a sudden obsessed with you or the house?
Nope.
Wow.
I have no idea.
And have you talked to police to where like they know, is she doing this to other people, or is she just fixated on you and your house, or is she doing this to other houses as well?
It seems to be just me and my house.
Oh, lucky you. Jeez. Colleen, go ahead.
So if they can't take her to jail, she's obviously not all there. Why can't they take her to a mental facility?
Exactly.
They don't do that. They don't lock people up in mental facilities.
If they're having psychotic breaks, they do.
Yeah, they could do a 40. They could do like a.
They can do a 72-hour hold.
I don't think they can put people in any group homes right now while the COVID is going on. Go
well,
ahead.
not only that, but I mean, you have to be. You have, unfortunately, the way it's set up is they actually have to hurt you or hurt themselves before they can do that. It can't be because they might.
Well, go ahead, Dickie.
So she actually, if I remember correctly from the story, she was like breaking off a handle with a hammer at your house, like trying to break. So
Access.
now I'm playing devil's advocate at this point, 100%. So what if you came out and shot her to death? Like, how do you think the public would handle that? Because you have full right at that point. She's trying to break into your house. You can, stand your ground, kill her.
Ohio doesn't have a stand your ground law.
Yeah.
Now, if I were out there working in my yard
Yeah.
and she approached me and tried to physically harm me, it would be different. But
But she's trying to break into your house. Like, that's physically
Well, the
like.
drive-
But she knows that she's not getting in. Yeah. Let me ask you, Kelly. Has this woman caused you to get a weapon or anything? Or to
Absolutely.
Yeah. You didn't have one before, and now that you do have one because of this is going
We
on?
had one before, but then I became trained with it.
Oh, yeah. Denny, go ahead.
Do you think that she got it in her head somehow? And I'm not accusing you of anything, but you think that she thinks somehow that this Charles individual is involved with you somehow, and she just has become fixated on
It's
that.
actually a good question. Like maybe like you're hiding him, or you know him, or
Yeah.
you think.
I believe she thinks that I'm hiding him.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Colleen, go ahead.
So you said, if you were out in your yard. So are you currently doing your own yard work with this situation going on and her sitting outside your house?
Yeah, I'd be scared to go out of my house.
I would.
Yes, but we're alert. I mean, we don't check the mail without looking for her. We don't get out of our vehicles without looking for her.
Oh, Kelly.
Constantly looking over our shoulders.
That's terrifying.
And then I actually struggle with anxiety, and that's something that would like make me super anxious. Like I'm sure my dosage would go up. Have you had to seek any counseling or anything for this situation for yourself?
No, about the only anxiety that it's given me is if I want to do a day trip or go on a vacation. My 87-year-old grandmother lives here with me.
Oh.
So I have to make sure that there's somebody here that can handle that situation.
Oh God.
What about kids, Kelly? Do you have kids?
I do not.
Oh, thank God, because that would just be. I feel so bad for you. Do you feel helpless? Because I mean, the police.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be such a helpless, horrible feeling.
Yeah, it's especially now that she stabbed her grandmother. Now it's
Next level.
a concern.
Yeah. Wow.
And there were small children in that house. There was an 11-year-old and a 3-year-old.
But if she stabbed her grandmother, how is she not in custody? They're only taking violent acts. That's a violent act.
I don't know. I don't know the.
I'm assuming that the grandmother posted her bond.
Yeah. Danny, go ahead.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Was I mean, what's going on with that case, the stabbing case? Is the state pressing charges? Is there anything that's going to happen with that?
We
Anybody
really
know?
know it's so fresh.
Yeah.
We don't know, but I'm just absolutely floored that they let her.
I mean, it's clear that this woman needs mental help. I mean, obviously,
Absolutely.
like, we can't, like Gina said, just locking somebody up against their own will. But when it comes to them being a threat to the public, which she clearly is, after having these violent outbursts, I mean, she needs help. She needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
It sounds like she's very similar to Mark David Chapman, who assassinated John Lennon. Like, she has some kind of she has some kind of thing in her mind that like, this is what I have to do. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yeah,
I have to do this.
Almost like there's a whole scenario in her head that's just totally not based in
Yeah.
any reality whatsoever. That unfortunately
Right.
you've been the victim of. Go ahead, Colleen.
I think
you've been the target.
I think they call that schizophrenia.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I believe she's schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Being that I came face to face with her in court, I truly believe she's schizophrenic. She talks to herself, waves her arms around.
And it's too bad that she's so violent because it is such a sad story, really, and it shows that how lacking our country is as far as taking care of those with mental issues. I'm sure Kelly, you seem like a kind woman. I'm guessing that not only are you scared, and I'm sure you're mad, but I'm guessing that you feel kind of bad for her as well, or the whole situation.
Now I'm more angry than anything.
Yeah.
You absolutely should be.
I mean, yeah, she's taken away your freedom and in your own home because you don't feel safe in your own home.
You don't feel safe working in your front yard.
Yeah, you can't even go to the house. Oh man. What a sad story, Kelly. What do you hope happens? What is your end game that you hope, if you play it out in your head? What are your options? What do you hope would happen?
I'm hoping that the prosecutors step up and see what an extreme danger she is, and actually do something with her.
Well, it's
they're not going to give her any jail time at all so far for what she's done to me. They made that clear. She needs help, and we need to be safe.
Absolutely. And the other problem too is a person that's not in their right mind, a restraining order does nothing.
That's more for my benefit in case anything were to go extremely bad.
Yeah.
That's more of a protection for me.
Yeah.
Wait, so she has violated the restraining order though?
Yes.
And they still won't do anything?
They didn't arrest her because of this virus. They said right now it's frowned upon.
Right.
And she had already left my property when they got a hold of her.
See, that's kind of bullshit. Like, the virus isn't making you act crazy.
No. But what they're saying is you don't unless it's a violent offense. They don't they don't take anyone to jail. Like even for drug offenses, they're writing tickets and saying turn yourself in after this is over, and they're doing things like that. Go ahead,
but you got to get to some level where they're actually on a level of crazy where you're like, all right, dude, we can't. This is a public safety.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like Kelly, you're just you're continuing to be victimized over something that you've done nothing to deserve. Go ahead, Denny.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, I mean, they're actually letting people out of jail to try to reduce the number of COVID cases in jail. So I mean, that's why they're not going to just throw somebody else in there for something that they they're making a judgment call on, thinking that she's not going to hurt anybody. Which I don't know how they're making that judgment. Yeah, it's a bad judgment.
It seems like it was the wrong judgment.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, Gina.
What side of town do you live on?
I live by the Toledo Botanical Gardens.
Okay.
Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. Just, my heart breaks for you because, I mean, we had someone stalking our house at one point, and they just came in once, and they came in the house. Luckily, no one was home. But I mean, you just start to not feel safe. I mean, is moving an option for you? I mean, you've been there 20 years. Your grandma before that. I mean, I'm guessing you don't want to move, but
no, I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But I'll totally come hang out with you on your front porch so you feel safe. I'm a little cray-cray. So.
She is a little crazy. Kelly.
That's great.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. And we all really do feel bad for you. And hopefully that this thing gets resolved in a way that you can get some peace of mind. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Have a great day. Wow.
That is
what
crazy.
A crazy effing story. Go ahead, Gina.
I mean, I hope she stays safe, but at the same time, like, I know that she's the victim, but I also feel for this girl because she does have mental issues. And I have a good friend of mine I went to high school with that is schizophrenic, and watching his disconnect real time is horrific for the people that love them. So I feel awful for this lady's for both of their families.
Well, and I even asked her that. I said, do you feel bad for her? And she said, I'm just angry. At some point, when it's you though, and it keeps happening, I think.
For sure. Sure.
Like for us,
I'm not saying she should have empathy, but I do, because I have seen that other side of it.
I do as well. Jake, go ahead.
So, I mean, I know every state doesn't have the stand your ground law, but at what point in time do you just get to a point where you?
In Ohio, you don't. You have a duty to retreat. You cannot kill anybody. That's just.
But what I'm saying is, at some point in time, you're threatened.
Well, yeah,
and you're going to retaliate. At what point in time do you get to that point where you strike out and then you go, "Hey, man, dude, I'm sorry. I was just tired of it." I know we don't have that law here, but what point in time do you
don't have that law?
I don't think it's ever okay to just get tired of somebody standing across from your house and kill them. That's just not okay.
Go ahead.
If she's breaking down your goddamn door,
go ahead, Corey.
She wasn't breaking down the door. She was breaking down the garage door, which is not her house.
She did say she threw herself into her front door.
Okay, and that's a different situation. But I mean, I feel for this lady beyond belief. I kind of wanted to know the time lapse between the first time it happened and like the most recent time it happened. Like, how long has this stuff been going on?
Well, I think she said it's kind of been during the COVID time, so it sounds like it's all been within like the last couple months is my guess. I didn't get a time
fired and off her medication.
What's that?
like laid off and can't afford her medication.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a sad situation. Like, I could never kill somebody though. Like, I mean, maybe if your family is threatened to, I don't know. I don't own a gun. I never would own a gun. I just, like you're saying, it's for some people you just can't just kill somebody. I don't know.
I do own guns,
Ooh.
and I don't think I could ever actually do it unless like my children were in direct danger.
It'd have to be
Big
for
mouth.
real, for
It'd
real
have to be
life
for
or
real.
death.
So
Yeah,
what if she
for real.
breaks down your door? She comes into your house.
Well, yeah,
again,
that's a different situation than what you can't just get tired of somebody harassing you and kill them to get rid of them.
I'm not saying kill them, but like fire off some warning shots.
Kelly just said in the comments that it started in February.
Thank you, Kelly. So
No warning shots ever. If you're gonna fire your weapon, you fire to kill.
Yeah,
you don't put stray bullets out there.
2 to 3 months. All right, stop. Let me. I do have some breaking news. Melissa Etheridge and her former partner Julie Cypher's son, Beckett Cypher, has died at 21. According to a rep. Again, this is Melissa Etheridge, her longtime partner Julie. They had a kid. And then he's died. He's 21. So that's breaking news. It just
say cause of death.
Her son died.
Their son died. Yeah, her and Julie, Melissa and Julie's son died. Go ahead, Tifo.
What I was gonna say is probably not appropriate now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Way to bring the show down.
I know. Sorry. Well, that story before though was just crazy, and I appreciate Kelly coming on and sharing the story. But I just got to be so I can't imagine like not being able to leave your house. You know, having to look all the time, and it just because you're home, you think that's the one place where you can just go and not have to worry about anything. And when that gets violated, that you don't realize how much that takes a toll on you. Go ahead, Denny.
And I mean, hopefully, the lady can get some help. And I think it's one of those things that, we do as a country as a whole, we have to start looking for our mental health, the people that need mental health help.
We do.
On the flip side of that, there is a lot of help available, but you cannot force them to get the help and to take the help. And it's so hard. It's just such a really hard situation to be in.
Go ahead, Tifo.
All right, I think enough time has passed between that weird, awkward news you shared and now. So I just wanted to comment on how fascinated I am by how drunk Dickie's brain works. The last time he was on the show, he couldn't remember the word couch. But
that's because he's not drunk right now. He's got a buzz, but he's not.
But now all of a sudden he just recites Mark David Chapman like.
Yeah, so GTFOH, get the fuck out of here.
He's like, listen, one more beer and he can't say couch anymore.
Jesus Christ.
He gets so mad too when
I know, right? Fired up. Jake, you talk about me being angry. I feel like you are really angry right now. We should talk. Let's Zoom.
Then call me after the show. Yeah, absolutely. Call me after the show.
Okay, we'll do that. I think we need to have a counseling session.
Oh yeah, we should. We should. Absolutely should.
Show brought to you by Twice But Nice Resale.
That was one forgiving grandma though. She actually posted the bail for that.
After your granddaughter freaking stabs you, and then you go
stab me, you can stay in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for the night.
At least for the weekend, to figure out what you did.
If you just pull a knife on me and don't even go through with the stabbing, you can stay in jail.
We buy and sell baby equipment, Twice But Nice toys, books, outerwear, clothes, formula, diapers, and much more to fit your family's needs. Check them out, and they've also got the Planet Fashion for young adults. DMX Lawn and Landscape. They're gonna make you mow your lawn up in here. Extreme Class Limousines.
So don't do it like Sugar.
I know. Extreme Class
Up in here.
RCI.
That was better.
RCI Interior Design and Gloss and Glam by
Julianne.
I was pretending I was in a dumpster.
Your lip sense distributor. All right. Final thoughts. Anybody? Denny, go.
We've given him a lot of crap tonight, but Jake, I just want to say I love you.
Thanks, buddy. I love you too.
Yeah, you know everything we say here is out of love, and then Corey. Obviously, first time we've been on this show together, and a good seeing you, man. Hopefully, this is the first of many.
I know you look great. You look great, Corey.
Yeah, Corey, you look great. I mean, I love you.
Stop lying to that man.
All right, you look terrible, but I still love you.
I mean, he looks better than pre-stroke, Corey.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That
And actually,
stroke was a real positive for his life.
I'm kind of mad that I decided to join 2 days before Jake's last episode, because it means that if I had just been very patient, I could have missed him altogether.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a
Corey,
bitch.
I would just like to say that last year I got a very nice Mother's Day text message from you, and this year I didn't get shit.
Right, I got nothing. I've been getting happy birthdays and Mother's Day texts from him for
This
years.
man had a stroke.
All of a
I didn't get
sudden,
shit.
Yeah, he did have a stroke. I mean, come on. He forgot.
Hey, Corey
many
calls me
months
every
ago?
day and he tells me he loves me, and then he comes on the show and he tells me I'm a piece of shit. So.
That's not your sponsor.
That just tells you he has terrible taste in who he loves.
Oh, go ahead,
you're
Danny.
failing as his sponsor
All right,
terribly.
Chris Tiefel, Denny Crum, Southside Gina, Jake Dickey, Colleen Z, and the great Corey W. King. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're back in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Have a great day. Adios, everybody.